Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Canton, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red Solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi.
Hello, everyone. How are we on this Tuesday afternoon? How's everyone doing? I don't know about you, but it doesn't feel like a Tuesday. Am I the only one? I feel like maybe I am. But it does not feel like a Tuesday to me. How is everyone doing? Let's see. Debbie, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. My girl Jen O. Hello. We've got Sherry, of course. How are ya? And Tammy. KLB, how are you? Out and about. How are ya? It's good to see you guys. And of course, my girl Rhonda's here. How are you, Rhonda? All right. Good to see you guys. How's everyone's week going? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. I know I streamed on Saturday, but that was like the fundraiser, and I wasn't able to really interact with the chat, too much. We had the guests on and all of that, so I feel like I haven't really chatted with you guys, and so I had a little time in between some things today, and so I figured we would go live. There's like a bunch of stuff happening in our little world, so I figure I would talk about other things and see how you guys are. What's up, Opie? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna talk about everything because I don't really have one specific thing, but a whole lot of stuff worth mentioning for sure. And first off, so tomorrow, Aiden is gonna be joining the Glare for a petty defense fundraiser at 9 a.m. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm excited because it should be fun. Also, I don't know that we've had a morning fundraiser, so maybe that goes over really good. So anyways, I will try to be watching some of it in between working and doing some things. But definitely tune in to the Glare, and they'll both be there talking about, no doubt, his case and trying to raise some more funds. I think, that's one of the main things. They have different rules for Aiden, different rules for his case, as opposed to other people. If this was anyone else, they wouldn't be pursuing this case. That's my opinion. And I think they're trying to literally bleed all of his resources. So he definitely needs our support. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Yeah, the Glare and Turtle Petty. Yeah. I don't know. I was like, this is a combo I didn't know I needed, but I think I need it. So, yeah, I don't know. I just saw the tweet like 15 minutes ago. And so I was like, okay. So, yeah, 9 o'clock. Check it out. And You just saw baby emus at the zoo. Oh, how adorable. I love emus. I also love alpacas. I want to see baby alpacas and take a photo with one. I think then like I could die happy. I don't know. I love animals. We don't deserve them. We just don't. Like humans don't deserve animals. They're so great. Um Hi Grace, how are you? Sherry said she's here for it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I'll be tuning in when I can around work and meetings and stuff like that, so it'll be good. Uh Grace says I really love all your hat game. Thank you so much. I have a lot more, but I don't know. There's also I get frustrated because I have some that were my favorites and I can't find them. When I moved to this house, I don't know where they are. Like they're the same place that this one little box that I have like certain things in that I can't find. I'm convinced they're at the same place because I cannot find either one of those things. Like there's like maybe 5 or 6 hats that I can't find and that like one specific box. And I don't know where they are. That's the thing. So when I get ready to move, I'm going to have to just go through everything and hopefully they will show up then. But thank you. I love my hats. This one we just had the Blue Angels weekend here in Pensacola. It's a huge weekend. It's basically like a lot of people give their employees off for the weekend or at least part of the day on Friday so that they can go and watch it. But a lot of people will take their holiday Friday or even Thursday because they do practice runs, right? So it's basically them just practicing the show. So it's the same exact thing that happens on Saturday, but it's just practice. And so it's a little less people than on Saturday. It's kind of gotten to be where it's packed even during the week, but it's less crowded. So that's not saying a whole lot because it's people come from out of state and all of that. So yeah, it was Blues weekend. It was a really, really big weekend. Usually I'll do one day where me and my friend go out and get there super early and get a spot. And then the rest of our friends come out, once daylight hits. And then I'll usually do one day on the boat with my friend. Her and her husband have a boat. So you get like the best of both worlds. You get to see it on the beach and then you get to see it from the water. And so it's really fun. Or like some years we'll just switch up. But so it was fun. It was really fun. It's a long day and you have to have a really good tent because it is hot down here at this month of, summer down here. So it was very fun and it's a very cool experience. So highly recommend if you haven't been or seen the Blue Angels fly. You will not understand it until you see them in person. I did not when I moved down here. So it was pretty cool the first time I saw them. And after that, it's just crazy. Grace, thank you. Yeah, I love this one isn't a trucker hat, but like it's kind of got mesh and the rope is what did it for me because that's like my style with hats. I like the trucker hats. That's just me. So thank you. Sounds like we had the same taste in hats. And Jeno said she just needs to cuddle a sloth and I'll be good. See, sloth don't do it for me. They kind of freak me out a little bit. Like they don't freak me out, but like I don't know. I feel they just don't look clean. Is that like, does that make sense? Am I the only one? Because I know so many people that are like sloths are like my favorite. I would hold it for a second, but I don't think I'd want to cuddle it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Oh, hello, Common. How are we? I loved watching them. Okay, at Dobbins Air Force Base. Yes. Yeah, it's something you don't forget. It's really neat. And they're so skilled. They really just are so skilled. Okay. Yes, Tammy, I am. Now I am not super close to the water. So I don't expect it'll be bad for like my house, but the weather and storms and all of that, yes, but Pensacola is expected to get hit. Um, we will just kind of wait. You never know. Those things can move and they can shift, and so fortunately, I have my hurricane basket ready to go. So yeah, but I shouldn't get it too bad. I'm not like right on the water. So, but yeah, I mean, it's looking like we're going to get hit. So, it's you just never know. But let's see. Thank you for asking though. I saw the Blue Angels one year or once a year and the Thunderbirds maybe 10 years ago. Yeah. So we had was it 2 years ago, the Thunderbirds, flew before the Blue Angels, on the beach for Blues Weekend. So that was a treat, and then, one of my friends who was a Blue Angel at that time, he also flew for the Thunderbirds, like, a couple years before, so that was really neat, and, so that was great because the Thunderbirds are really good as well, so, yeah, you got lucky seeing both of them as well. Um, so a hurricane basket, I think I've told this story before, but like when I moved down here, I had moved down and then Sally hit about a week and a half later. And I didn't know that I knew you needed like, some food, but I didn't realize. And also, Sally was not supposed to be anything. It was not supposed to be a big deal or anything like that. So nobody in the area prepared. And then I came from Atlanta, so I had never been through a hurricane before, so I really didn't prepare. Nobody told me I needed to go get anything. I didn't know anyone down here at the time. And so a hurricane basket is basically what you should have when you live down here. It's got like a shit ton of batteries, portable fans, portable lights. There's like little gas grills that way you can um the food that is perishable in your fridge, you can cook it because your fridge isn't going to stay cold when you lose power. What else is there? First aid kits, tarps, hanging lights that you can hang so you can like take a cold shower, things like that. Candles maybe if you want. But and then battery packs, like lots of battery packs that you can recharge some of the stuff with. And so I had none of that at all. And so we were out of power for 7 days and I didn't go to the store. The only thing I had, I think, was a tiny thing of beef jerky and chips. So that's what I lived off of for 7 days, and I had no fan. I mean, it was quite the welcome to Florida. So I then decided, okay, well, we're ordering all the things that you might need, and, so now I have my hurricane basket in case a hurricane comes, and of course, we haven't had any since, but that storm was not supposed to be hardly anything, and then it turned into, a category 3. So it wasn't fun, but it definitely could have been worse too, and, you know, minimal damage to where I was. I'm like, when I moved down here, I was right on the water, but I was very high up, like the altitude or not the altitude. Um, it was, like, very high, and so it was, like, a safe place, but yeah, it was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, now I have a hurricane basket. Mm. Yes, water, gotta fill your tub with water, all those things that no one told me when I moved down here that, you somehow figure out, along the way, so but it's great because you get to know your neighbors because there's nothing else to do. And, so that was cool because I got to meet everybody, all my neighbors around me and formed some really good friendships with them, there's always that silver lining and nobody got, you know, killed or hurt or anything like that, so it's fine. Tammy said we used to watch the Blue Angels growing up. Amazing, very cool. Yeah, it's just a good time. It is really, really a good time. So I always love Blue Angels weekend. It's a little crazy with traffic and all that. You got to get there early. And if you don't schedule like 2 years in advance to like rent something on the beach, you're not getting a hotel or a condo on the beach. So you really have to schedule in advance. So let's see here. Hi, Moni. How are you? Yeah, Rhonda, it can be very scary, but tornadoes freak me out worse. So I think it's like the tornadoes that are associated with them that terrifies me more than like the hurricane because I'm not right on the water. Now, it might be different if I was right on the water. So, but yeah, it's just part of living down here, and most of the time, we've been pretty fortunate for the ones that have hit us. They haven't been super serious in a while, so you just have to not think of it, but also just plan for it. So, be prepared, but don't stress it. Don't give it too much thought. Otherwise, you won't enjoy living by the beach if you are constantly thinking about it. So I know a lot of people have talked about it. Hi, White Rabbit. Hello. Um, so I know a lot of people have talked about it with their live streams and all that with Aiden's court hearing yesterday with the mega motion. But I wanted to just go over it briefly. I know everything's been pretty much talked about. And Queen Mel did it, and I can't come anywhere near to Queen Mel. But yeah, I just wanted to see what you guys' thoughts was on the judge. To me, I mean, I think we all knew he wasn't going to uh rule, right? He was going to take it under advisement. It seems like they can't really do that there in Massachusetts. They always have to do that. Um I thought it was really weird. I mean, this is for me, my personal opinion, but he seemed like he didn't want Mr. Batterow to make any point because he wanted to like one up him. And it was like a pissing competition. If Mr. Batterow said something, he would kind of like passive aggressively disagree with it and then put it in a different way. And it was just, I don't know. I didn't like his tone with Mr. Batterow. That might just be because Mr. Batterow is amazing and I don't like anyone getting that tone with him. But like, I also feel like he was a little threatened by Mr. Batterow and how well he knows the law. I don't know. I was like, "Oh, I don't like this." Like, let him talk. He kept cutting him off. That was the thing. Hardly cut off Cosgrove, but anyways, I was like, So hopefully he will actually do something about at least one of the things that they've inquired about, which is KP and, not telling the grand jury. But some of the things he just did not seem to have a problem with, and it blows my mind. Hello, Jelly Tots. How are you? So it will be interesting to see. And it sounds like they're closer to getting some more of Proctor's text messages. Hello, the expert. How are you? So I know that will be good. And I don't think that means we'll get them, right? The public, but at least they'll be able to get them and go through them. So that sounds like they're one step closer to that, which, my goodness, I don't know why there would be a fight in that. They are very much owed those messages. They have everything to do with the case. Yes, of course I read this. um, so sounds like they're closer to that. But hello, Panda. How are you? So that's good. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't expect it to get dismissed just because they rarely do. I think the probability of it getting dismissed is not good, and that's to be expected. I think we're going to trial, and I think that's okay because, like Aiden said, he'll get a chance to literally tell the jury why he felt and still feels that they are guilty. And it's not going to be good for them, I don't think. I don't really know if they're really thinking this one through, because it's just going to give him a chance to get on that stand and tell a story that he is extremely passionate about, that he knows like inside and out. And most of that jury, I think, is gonna have the same opinion that we all do. I mean, I just don't see it any other way. So, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. But the other thing I was going to talk about was, I haven't seen all of the interviews that happened that have now been released, but I did see. It's been a crazy weekend and a crazy yesterday and all that, but I did see Chris Albert's interrogation video. Did you guys see that? That was something. That was something. Sherry says the more they try to silence him, the louder it gets. Yeah. And that's what this has always been about. And it's just ridiculous. It really is. Go Ask Alice said, I am so thankful you're alive. I've been in a pissy mood all day for no apparent reason. And you've made my crabby ass feel way better. Alice, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to uncrabby your ass. Okay. So we're going to get you in a good mood. So thank you for being here. Blair had me dying laughing when he covered it. Yes. And did you guys see the press conference and Aiden's reactions to like Grant's questions, his facial expressions? Hilarious. Also, Grant had some really good questions. So it's nice to see him on the right side of things and all of that. So let's see. This whole thing is to bankrupt TB and cause anxiety. 100%. 100%. It would not surprise me if they got right on the eve of trial and dismissed half of them, to be honest, just to get him to spend that money and go through this. It wouldn't shock me. I don't know if that's going to happen, because I think that they will try to convict him of something, because that's just who they are. They're too prideful and their ego is too big to ever admit, anything. So, it wouldn't shock me, because I just think that's the type of mentality they have. Not doing it because it's the law, not doing it because it's the right thing, just to try and teach a lesson. And, they don't have a case. They really just don't. So you have to suck Lauren's tit for her to say hi back. So I did not see you, William, and nobody is sucking my titties. Okay, thank you. I will gladly say hello to you, but I just have to see you. I did not see you. Anyways, weird comment, but okay. So I don't know. I just think it was amazing to see the support outside. The sign ladies, I don't know who they were, but I freaking love them. They were the best. I was like cracking up. And then to see Aiden's face, Bettero and Bradle's face with the signs, fantastic. The lady that walked by and yelled things, fantastic. All the OGs like Dina and Erica, like out there. It was just really cool to see. That's when I get irritated that I'm not closer, because I would love to go up there and do all of that stuff. So it's wonderful to see the support that he had there yesterday, and will no doubt have there in future hearings and for the trial. So let's see. I don't see how a jury can see all the evidence in full and the full videos from the clips and say he's guilty. Exactly. Because they're going to have doubt, right? We feel a certain way about the evidence we've seen and where it points. So at the very least, they're going to have reasonable doubt in thinking that, hey, are these people guilty? And it's not even reasonable doubt. It's a preponderance. So, well, we were doing criminal, so it is reasonable doubt. But either way, there's not a jury that is going to convict him. They're not going to get a conviction. I think at the very least it's hung, and then what? This whole thing is just, it's ridiculous. No no jurors are going to convict him. And it's a really slippery slope because at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, like, if I felt passionate about something and I was out there talking about it on a YouTube channel or asking the people the questions myself, should I be jailed and charged criminally? And nobody's going to say yes just because, and it may not be your style, right? And some of the things that he did, I may not feel comfortable doing, but he has every right to do them. That's how this country works. So it's, I don't know. I don't think a jury will ever find him guilty. Now, it's also a big old gift that these interviews have come out. Like, I haven't seen all of them, disclaimer, but I did see most of Chris Albert's when he was interrogated. And my, are they telling? First of all, the body language is all over the place. Statement analysis is all over the place. And then when it comes down to them wanting to look at his phone, he literally freaks out. Well, I just don't know. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And then, well, I don't know. That made me think, like, what if there's text messages? What if there's group chats? And he's in there. Like, I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Sir, are they in there or not? Like, you know who you talk to. Like, it's the most wild behavior. I mean, it couldn't look from the appearance of that he had anything good going on in that phone. That's not how a person who is innocent would react to that, in my opinion. Also, I think he was trying to use it as a flex that he didn't have an attorney there. Like, that's it's not a flex. That's stupid, number one. And number two, if you don't have an attorney there, then why in the world wouldn't you just give him your phone? You kind of can't, the two, they're kind of contradictory, in my opinion. I don't know if you guys can see, but Quincy's right here. Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought he looked terrible. He looked Panda said he looked so nervous about the phone. Oh, yeah. And then he's just like, can I come behind there and see what you guys are doing? Why? You want to see, like, for instance, right? Let's just say hypothetically there was something on his phone and they're looking through and they find it. Why does he want to be back there to see them find it? It's very, like, controlling behavior. I thought it was real ballsy of him to want to watch them. I mean, why? If you have nothing on your phone to hide, why are you going to watch their every move? It was very, very weird. Let's see. I heard that, Tammy. I heard that. Yeah, I mean, look, the stuff that I can't. Again, whatever. You don't have to like Aiden, but when you go to the extreme of, like, not liking Aiden and then teaming up with the other side and thinking that Turtle Boy did something wrong where he should be in prison, then you just have no backbone. Like, how does your entire thought process change? There's no new information. It's literally the same case that was going on when you were on this side and were like, free Turtle Boy. Do you realize, like, how big of a sellout you look like just because you got your fifis hurt? It's really silly. It's just that's why I don't understand. Like, you don't have to be friends with him to still believe in the fight and feel passionate about the First Amendment. And this affects all of us. So that's why I just have no respect for anybody like that. You can change your mind and not maybe like him because he said something that hurts your feelings. That's still weird behavior, like, not adult behavior, in my opinion. But why would you go to the extreme of thinking that he's guilty and having people on like that? I mean, that's, it's gross. But there is no integrity there. That's the thing. Let's see. Yes, Turtle Boy was right. Yeah, the signs are awesome. Those ladies are great. I think Julie is going to spill. I think she's definitely the weak link, and also I think Colin is, and that's one of the reasons they don't want him deposed. Those are the only two I think something might slip out on, but I don't know. Again, we're I think we're gonna find out more, and we are finding out more. We're getting to see the interviews and how telling they are. I mean, they really are telling, and that's the only thing it's going to do is strengthen Aiden's case because the jury has a right to see some of those. So, anybody that sees those and all the other, things that he has in his videos, not just little clips, but the actual videos of the weird, shady things that don't add up in this case, is more than likely going to come to the same conclusion that all of us did. And then you have John's body, which tells a completely different story than what they tried to make it out to be. So, I mean, I just think this is such a losing case. Their ego won't allow them to drop it because they're just so butthurt, and they want to bleed him dry. So he needs our help. So go, and if you can donate tomorrow to the fundraiser at Will's at 9 a.m., the Petty Stream fundraiser, go donate because he's got two incredible attorneys. And because they're incredible attorneys, they are expensive. Even not good attorneys are expensive. And he's got some of the best because he needs them. And then he has the Pyle guy, who's also incredible and also very expensive. So, I mean, he needs the public's help. And so we can help support him. And every little bit adds up, and it's great. So, all right, let's see. Jules said, I don't want to be seen calling him a dick or anything. I mean, I don't want anyone to get in trouble. Right. Right. That's what Chris said. Yeah. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, that's where your mind goes is, oh, I might have called him this, so I don't want you to see it. As opposed to, they're not looking in your phone to see if you're calling him names. They're looking in your phone to see if there's any kind of a plan there. So how disingenuous is that? It was wild. Wild. Yeah. Nair saying it's so weird when people do that. It really is. It's just like, what are you doing? Bill, I just scrolled up and you need to be nicer to Lauren. It's crazy how many people fall out with TB and then switch it up. It's weird and bizarre. It is. Because there's a world where you don't have to love him or agree with every single thing he does, but you can also be on Team Turtle Boy. So it's just weird, and it's Turtle Boy derangement syndrome is a thing, and it is really funny how fast people get there just because he says something that hurts their feelings, and it's really dumb, and it's just not adult like. I don't know. But Panda says, yes, you can absolutely dislike Aiden, but the facts of the case haven't changed. They haven't. That's the thing. Now, if something were to come to light and it was whoa, earth shattering, which, by the way, newsflash, it's not. The case is the case. What's out there is out there. They have had their phones, him and Karen's phones, for how long now? So that's not happening. But if something were to come to light and then these people are like, okay, well, this changes my mind. Okay, fine. That's your opinion. You might be wrong, whatever. But nothing like that happened. They just got mad at him one day and decided he was guilty. And that's gross. I don't know. This affects all of us. So BLT Crawford and Car Crew are just sellouts. Natural selection sheds the dead skin. 100%. 100%. Yep, for sure. Hi, Joy. How are you? Did Chris research how to look guilty because it was textbook in his actions? Yeah, wasn't it? That's what I thought too. His body language is telling. Very, very telling. I mean, it looked so bad, and I haven't seen all the other ones. Have you guys seen any other ones? Which one should I watch next? Have you guys seen them all? And is there one that you think is just as bad as this one or worse that I can look at? Because I want to know which is the next one I should watch. Feel free to tell me. Moni says, once he wins, I think he'll get more local support. Yes, especially from reporters, and corruption runs deep. Just regular people are scared. I agree. Yeah, because regular people don't have the support that he has. And so they have really tried to silence him. And so I think you're right. I think regular people are scared to come out and, excuse me, show support. And we know a lot of the cops there show support for him. And so, yeah. Bill, Lauren is entertaining us. Enjoy it and be nice. Okay. Let's see. All right. Joy reminding everyone to hit the like, subscribe, and notify. Yeah, guys, I'm actually less than 100 people away to 4,000, and I didn't realize that until I came live, and that's really exciting for me because I am a smaller channel. So we're close to 4,000, which is really awesome. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe or tell a friend, share it, because I want to get to that 4,000 mark. That's a big deal for me. So we are working our way to do that. So anyways, thank you, Joy. All right. Seems to me they get more attention on the other side. Yeah. And they really stand for nothing. Absolutely. They have instant friends on the other side. Why? Because of their hatred. They don't have to do anything on the other side, but just be like, I hate Turtle Boy. And then they have instant friends. So I think you're spot on. Hi, Andy. Been gone for a week or so, getting cut back up. Happy to see she with the good teeth and good heart live. Well, thank you so much. And it's welcome back. I haven't seen you, so it's great to have you here. Let's see. Jessica. Hey, Lauren. How are you today? It's 7:30 p.m. in the UK. Well, thank you for tuning in from across the pond. We love our UK people. Love, love, love. Let's see. Jelly Tot says, I bet Proctor's messages about Aiden will be interesting. In my opinion, I bet everyone commented in the group chat. Yeah, I think that, and you know what? I think there's so much more that we don't even know about with that man. Stuff that's going to come out for years. That's just my opinion. But the absolute gross words that were in his heart that came out, obviously, and everything he did and said, I think we're going to find out for years to come that he is just a vile, vile human. So, yeah, I definitely can't wait to see the things that were said about Aiden as well. Courtney and Julie Alberts are mental, but it needs to be Courtney then Julie. So I need to watch Courtney and then Julie. Okay. What has Alberts BA Brian Alberts been released yet? And how is that? Okay, Coco and then Julie. Got it. Yes, Steve, we're getting there. I'm excited. Literally very excited. We're working our way up there. So maybe I'll have to do like experts doing like he did like an what did he do? He did a 12-hour stream for when he got to 9K, and now he's almost at 10K. So he's gonna do another one. So maybe I'll have to do, I don't know, like a 5-hour stream or something once we get to 4. So we can do something fun like that. But we're almost there. So less than 100 people, and that's really cool. Like for smaller channels like me, that's a big deal. And that's very close to 5K, which is definitely this year, and hopefully we'll be able to do it. So all right. Bonding over mutual hatred for someone has always seemed gross to me. Yeah, it is. But like for these people, that's all they got. You know, they can't make. It seems like they can't make genuine friendships, and so those are just like instant bonds because they both hate them, and it's weird. It is. There are so fewer people on the hate TB side that they are more visible and get more attention. Yep. Absolutely. I agree, Alice. Question: did Jessica really have her stomach pumped of whole milk and muffins? I couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't think so. I don't know why she would need to. She could just eat them and drink them. I also haven't listened to her in like a long time, and it's kind of really refreshing. So I don't know. You guys would have to fill me in on that. I have not heard anything. And my ears thank me. Thank you, Todd. I am though waiting for a Jolene stream, like the rest of us, I'm sure. I'm gonna need for my mom to go live soon and make us laugh. That way I can catch up on any crazy things that have been said because I haven't been I haven't been listening, and I also haven't been even listening to like any of the clip stuff on Twitter. It's been like a really busy like last like 5-6 days. So but yes, so hopefully we'll have a Jolene stream soon, and we'll all get to laugh and hang out together for a couple hours. Her streams are the best. If you're not sub to Jolene Lunzer, run, don't walk, sub. It's going to be great because I'm sure she will have another one soon. So, plus they think it's a win when they turn, when they turn someone on their side, so they celebrate it more. Yeah, makes it more visible. I know, and it's like you didn't do anything. That person just got pissed that they didn't get the reaction from him that they wanted, or you know, the derangement in their head took them down that path. So it's like it's not a win. Like it's so stupid. We couldn't even imagine his text. I can't imagine what could be worse than that. They continue to surprise. Yeah, they were. I mean, I didn't think much could get worse, but goods were almost worse than his. Like they were so stomach turning, both of them. But it's they're just vile people, vile people. And I don't know about the rest of the officers, but if someone is okay with someone speaking like that constantly and don't say anything, that's almost as bad. Like, at what point do you be like, hey, this is, I don't feel like this. Like, I'm going to excuse myself from this conversation. So I can't think any better of anybody else that was in any of those group chats because they, for whatever reason, didn't say, hey, I got a problem with what you're saying. Like, I'm just going to dip, I don't know. It's gross. Let's see. Okay, Julie's is almost as bad as Chris, in my opinion, with the distancing and body language. Okay. All right. So Coco and Julie's definitely need to be watched. Well, that's a little different. Also, like, yeah, she's talked about everyone, so that's literally very understandable. Quincy, get down, please. So these cats, Quincy, get down. No, you don't need to be up there. They climb up on my printer. And then yesterday, they knocked my cooler, which is standing next to it, down completely, and my printer completely over. Quincy, get down. They're like, I don't care. It looks like something to climb on. Okay. What's up, Hippie? How are you? Haley says, I like American accents. I think mine sounds boring. Mine's boring by UK standards. Well, that's what's cool is like, it's not boring here. So like when you go somewhere, everyone thinks it's great. So vice versa, like we can just switch and everyone thinks multiple accents are great. Quincy, get down. It's going to happen again. Like if you guys hear a loud boom, that is exactly what is happening because she's like, nope, I'm going to sit up here. If I fit, I sit. That is what she's doing right now. Go Ask Alice says, I haven't been able to watch any of Jolene. I will correct that ASAP. Well, she had some like so many funny stuff, but she hasn't been able to go live a ton because she's doing the Big Brother stuff. So I don't know if you mean like you haven't watched her at all or just like recently because you haven't missed a lot if it's just recently. She hasn't really done a whole lot recently. Let's see. Panda Bear says, run, don't walk. You have to ASAP. Katie says, Haley, we have a friend that lives in the UK and I'm always amazed. He can decipher the different accents. He will be like, oh, that's a London accent. Oh, yeah. Yes, it's amazing. But I guess I don't know. I think of it as similar like to when we're here in the States and like we can pick up on like a Minnesota accent or like a country accent that might be like Alabama or something or a New York accent. So maybe it's similar, but like we just don't pick up on it. I don't know. Or maybe it's not similar at all. But yes, I know what you're talking about. Let's see. Okay, common sense investigator, just the fact that they are willing to speak like that on a PD issued phone. I think about their personal phones. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this isn't so, I hate to say it, but this is something that they were raised thinking. This isn't something that they just drum up one day in their head. That's what's terrifying. And that saying, out of the mouth's abundance, the heart speaks. That's the kind of stuff that's in their heart. And that is what is disgusting. So I don't know. I mean, why they wouldn't want any of that stuff. I just wouldn't not want anywhere near or even the appearance that they were protecting this guy after the stuff that's come out. They should distance themselves from him and be like, have it all. He is a disgrace to police officers everywhere. And his words are his words. We don't stand by them. We don't protect them. Wouldn't that come out looking a lot better? But I feel like so many people in the court system have tried to protect Proctor, which is disgusting. Let's see. Yep, Boston accent for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so okay, so I will watch Coco and then Julie. Okay. Got it. That will be good. Also, congratulations to Nurse Kim and Matante. They got engaged, and I know Kim is over the moon, and so I'm very happy for them and their future. So I'm excited for them. If Kim is happy, I am thrilled. Like she deserves all the happiness. So if she's happy, I am beyond happy. So, let's see. What else have I missed the last few days? I also just wanted to thank you guys again for your support for the fundraiser for KY Maverick. You guys were incredible. The amount of donations that we raised in 3 hours was just incredible. And it means a lot to him. And this community is just fantastic. Lauren, where are you gonna watch them? I don't know. Probably watch them with Mel. I mean, I don't know. I love watching everything with Mel. She's just so good. Um, I don't know where I think the one that I saw of Chris came up. I had dozed off and then I woke up with it on and it was, I think, the trial channel, so it didn't have commentary or anything. And then I was like, oh, I haven't seen this one, and I just kept watching it. Trial Files, Jeno saying, okay, is that the best place you think? Okay. Yeah. That's where I watched this one, and it was great. So shout out to the Trial Files. Go follow them. Let's see. So happy for our smartest and prettiest nurse. She is glowing. Love that for her. Yeah, I mean, she's happy, and like you can tell, like she's just been happy. He makes her happy. And so I just think that's fantastic. And when you get older, you know what you're looking for. You know what you don't want. That's the good thing about getting older. So if you find that, great. Be happy. Live your life and do your thing. So I'm very happy for them. Let's see. Joy says, please donate to Maverick and put the gifts go in there. Yes, absolutely. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And if you get some spare dollars, always think about donating to him and his cause. And he's got a lot that he's going to go through. I offered to do another fundraiser for him in August. He's not sure about the timeline with what's going on with his doctor visits and things. And I guess some other people offered as well. So we'll see. But if at any point he needs another fundraiser, more than happy to do that again. And I already have people that are requesting to be on if I do another one. So he is very loved in the community, which says so much about him. And so yeah, he's a good man. Yeah. When you know. And that's the thing. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like when we're older, things are just different. And not like we're old, but like, I got married at 19. I dated that guy a year. That was stupid. I was 19. But when we're older, we have been around the block. We have been around people. We know what we like, what we don't like, what we expect from someone, what we want from someone. And so if we find that, there's go ahead, boo, be happy. Get married and and if you're happy, I am thrilled and all of that. So I am very happy for them. So chat, can we give a huge thank you to Common Sense Investigator for her kindness in putting that together? Oh, you're very sweet, Joy, but the fundraiser wouldn't have been anything without the people who came on to be guests and say words of encouragement and fun stories of KY, and also the community, the chat, the people who donated. I just had the platform that we used that day, but it was a complete group effort. And that's what I love is like this community comes together for people who need it. And that's why I view this community as special, and I look out for this community, and I don't like it when people try to pull the community apart because it's a great place. It's a great place here. And I love it. I love our specific little tribe here that we have going on. And it's growing with more amazing humans all the time. And we just have a great place. This chat is always funny, smart. They pick up on everything. And also just kind and giving. So this is a great place. And, we decide what we talk about in the chat and how we react and all of that. And I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And some of the smartest chats that I've seen on the tubes or right here. You guys are so perceptive and pick up on pretty much everything. And I just love it. I love our little tribe. Yeah, stronger together. Absolutely. Hey, the mouse said, life is short. You need to grab a hold of it. Exactly. Like, life is short. Do what makes you happy, you know? So that's great. Hi, Valhalla. Valhalla was one of those who came on to support KY over the weekend on the fundraiser. So we thank him and go sub to Valhalla. He's a good dude and you're going to like some of his content. And so go sub up to him as well. Let's see. Well, I love you right back, Rhonda. Rhonda's so like Rhonda is always there. Like somebody who is consistent. She's always there for me and she's always there for the people that she likes and supports. And like it's people like Rhonda that make each content creator feel like good because you can always count on Rhonda to be there to comment. She's got like a very uplifting way about her. And we have a lot of people like Rhonda that always show up and are here, and it's just great. What's up, Side Eye? You guys, Side Eyes this is another one who is fantastic. We're friends outside of this, and she is awesome. So Side Eyes is fantastic, you guys. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a good day. I was glad that we were all able to raise as much as we did in 3 hours for Joe. But also like it wasn't, and that's the thing. I didn't want it to be depressing because his situation could easily get you down if you focus on just that, right? And I didn't want to do that for him. I didn't want to do that for anyone else. So I love that we talked about all kinds of things, and it really just was an organic conversation on every hour. That was none of them were planned, which was great. And the guests were just phenomenal and every single person brought something different, and that is what makes the community so cool. So I really just thank my guests for coming on and everybody who donated. Okay. So let's see here. Rhonda, thank you. Yes, she is. She is. What else is new, guys? I don't know. I have been completely out of the Twitter thing for the last few days. I was at the beach with the Blue Angels thing, then doing the fundraiser, and then working hard, and then looking at houses on my lunch breaks and after work and all of that. So I feel like I am kind of out of the loop. So is there anything else I should know? Because I feel like I haven't really been on Twitter or anything. Fill me in. Tell me everything. Also, I'm going to check Jolene's because I feel like it's about due for her to have one. Just make sure because the last one that she did, I didn't know that she was on until it was almost over, and I was like, oh, no. And so I had to go watch it from the very beginning, and it was so great. But I love chatting with all you guys because you guys are funny too, and so it's just like the whole. I don't know. It's an experience, right? All of us are there. All of us that have kind of dealt with the stuff that she's talking about are there. And it's like a together thing. And so that wasn't nearly as fun with you guys not there because I had to start over after because I came in at the very end and I'm like, I don't want to ever do that again. So now I'm like, I feel like I need to check like every day. So let's check. Okay, nothing scheduled yet. But I feel like it's probably pretty soon. So we'll just keep watching. And if you guys see one scheduled, tag me because I can't be late. I definitely cannot be that late again. That was like, no. Oh, Side says Baker's still a dork. Yeah, I love y'all's love-hate relationship with each other. It's really fun. Okay. She's so funny. Ruined my Christmas. Hi, Laura J. How are you? All right, guys. I don't think that I have anything else. You guys didn't tell me anything, so I guess there's nothing like super exciting that I missed. Well, I haven't really been too engaged with Twitter or any of that. So if there's nothing else I should know, we may hold on. Katie says, I almost pee sometimes watching Jolene. She is funny. She is so funny. And just like, if you've watched her like for a second time on some of the you like pick up on things you didn't pick up on the first time. Hilarious. And then it hits different. It's just really freaking funny. I love it. I love it. So guys, I've been doing a little research on is it Noah Wells case out of Mississippi? I will probably do a live on him sometime. There's not a whole lot of facts, but there's some weird facts. Just a brief little synopsis if you guys haven't heard, but it's pretty popular right now. And my friend was like, hey, she was so cute. She was like, hey, I think you should look into this case. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I'll look. And she's like, I want to see what your community thinks of it. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. Yeah, Noah Wells. There we go. And so, yeah, we can talk about that case here soon. And my friend wants to know what you guys think. Because, well, we are the smartest. We got the smartest chat, we really do. But there's some things that don't make sense for those of you who haven't heard about it. Him and some buddies went out on a boat in Mississippi and on July 4th. And allegedly, Noah, according to his friends on the boat that he came with, stayed back on the island when they went back to the shore to hang out with a girl that he was interested in and was talking to. The problem is his keys and his phone and his wallet were all on the boat. They made it back with the friends, and Noah never came to shore. And the girl allegedly, according to the family attorney, said the girl that he was with said she saw him get back on the boat with the guys to go back to shore. So there's just different stories. I think 2 days later, they found his body very close to where he was last seen, washed up with like face down on the beach there. They haven't released anything as far as cause of death or anything like that, but it's certainly it's certainly shady at the least. Somebody's lying. It can't be can't be two things. Can't be both those two things. So I think there's also a level of possible, and I'll say that because it seems like there could be some possible corruption because one of the boys' moms, a judge in that county and like a very big shot. So there is some allegations of the authorities maybe not doing everything to the way that it should have been. So yeah, it's an interesting case. Again, it seems like something that is very solvable, But if there is the level of possible corruption, then that can change that. We've seen that time and time again. So it'll be interesting, but I really hope that him and his family get some type of justice. He looks like such a nice kid, and his family is just having a horrible time, as you can imagine. Uh yeah, the fact that they didn't give his parents his phone right away is insane, and it looks as though his Snapchat was cleared and deleted. I think 2 accounts were cleared and deleted before the family got back his phone, and some messages were wiped. And he was always on it, his family said, so the fact that it would be like that didn't make sense to them. Also, like, he was trained, like, from the time he started going places, you leave with who you came with always, like, no exceptions. So they already knew something was weird when he didn't come back with the people he left with. Um, so yeah, it's and then I think there's like somewhat of a race element to it, which I don't know enough about that, but it seems not to be, in my opinion. It doesn't seem like it's a race case. But it seems like it's kind of taking a toll in that direction, which I haven't heard any evidence that would make it a race case. It just seems like something shady happened. Um, so I don't know. I don't know if it's, media attorneys trying to make it that way. I'm not sure. Haven't looked too far into that element of it yet, but I will be doing a live on that case sometime soon. Maybe even do we know if Turtle Boy's going live tonight? I know he was live last night. I'm not sure if he's still doing a show. I don't know. I may do something before it then, and pull up some clips and stuff for you guys to see. But it's just a really sad case. He was 18, and Rhonda, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. I may even do it this afternoon. I have a few more things with work after I get off here, but potentially I could do it before Turtle Boy's show tonight if he goes live. I'm not even sure if he is, but yes. I thought, was it Nolan or Noah? Oh gosh, now I'm second guessing it. Nolan. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yep. Okay. Yep. Nolan, you are correct. Okay. I believe he was going to cover the McAlbert. Oh, okay. Good. Great. Okay. Perfect. So, if I have enough time to get stuff set, then I will try to go live before him, and that way I can watch the other interviews with, on his live tonight. If not, then we will do it probably not tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a super long day, but maybe Thursday. And then there's some other cases that I also have my eye on. We're going to talk more about Clancy once that jury gets seated. I'm not going to do the whole trial. That trial is talk about some of the worst things you can hear. It's going to be a tough one for anybody. And, but certainly big days, I would like to come and have like a synopsis of that day. And I think, openings will be something like that. We'll do something like that at night from the openings and what we thought was interesting and key points and things like that. But that's one of those that I cannot. It's going to be too painful. Even like the 911 call, I have no desire to hear that. It's going to be rough, but I just I hope the jury sees it the way I see it, and either way, she's not walking out of court. Number one, she's paralyzed, but she's also not wheeling out of court either. She will go to a mental institution for probably the rest of her life in in some, place, and she's already living a hell that we can't even imagine. And, I feel really bad for her husband as well. But, you know, it was a really tragic, perfect storm for all of these things that were going on with her mental health, her psychosis, in my opinion, and then the cocktail of drugs that she was taking. So, there's just no winners. This was a horrific event, and we will only be covering portions of it because it hits too close to home. I used to work in the DCF system and all of that, and had I've seen a lot of stuff, but this is about as bad as it gets. And so, yeah. But we will be talking about some of it because I do think it's an important case. And I'm sure I'll be on with Vinny again talking about it. This is going to be a case that they cover for weeks, and so I'm sure I'll come on and talk about things that I've talked on with his show and all of that as well. And we can do that, for some because I do want to raise awareness. This is PTSD. Not everybody's PTSD is the same, and everybody's looks different. So, but it shouldn't be a taboo thing to mention, or it shouldn't be, somebody shouldn't feel shame for getting help for it or asking for help. And so I think it's an important case, regardless. But yes, there's some other, I think Val was talking about all those kids in Ohio was a wild one too. That is also one I'm looking into. Yeah, there's some cases that are going to be interesting. So, oh, that was funny. Jules, I haven't heard Julie Albert and her COVID time comment. That was really funny. Who was it? Will that was talking about? He was like, "Yeah, COVID," and then he was saying everything else with the like the same ending of it. That was wild. That part I did hear. But yeah, that was so weird. So weird. All right, guys. Well, I will see about coming. It just depends on how much I get done. And what's going on here, if I can pop in and do a little update on that case tonight. But make sure your notifications are turned on. That way, if I go live, I try to post on Twitter, and give you guys 15, 20 minutes notice. But I know not everybody sees that. So it's just easier to turn your notification bell on, and then you get notified and all of that. But yes. Thank you guys so much, and like and subscribe and share because we're almost to 4K, and I'm excited about that, guys. I am excited. All right, guys, I love you, and I will see you soon, and we'll talk about all the things again very shortly. Bye, guys.